Both.
Yalla. Recording started. Sequence day 1 is Harout, Sergei, Harry, Mark, Haig, Sako, Zareh, Geo, and Kevork. So Harry, you have your pass. Mark.
So just notice that Harry and Haig were not at the video when they were admitted. I don't know if this necessarily means anything. I mean, the easy one would be that they're both cops. That's because...
Sorry, I'm so sorry, Mike. Can you say it again, because it lacked. Sorry.
Nothing. It's just a silly observation, maybe. I don't know. It's just Haig and Harai were not at their camera when they were admitted. So the easy observation would be they are just they're cops and they went to do whatever and they didn't notice the message from Avak. But I don't know. Pass. That's it.
Okay. Haig.
Mark, I don't know about Harout, but I was here when it started, and then I left and came back. But when the video started, I was sitting in front of me. Now, whatever you want to make out of it, you're free to make whatever you want to make out of it. Other than that, still early days for me.
Okay. Next we have Sako. Zareh.
لأول مرة بدي أحكي هلا لألكم شغلة واحدة بس، إنه مارك أكيد بوليس، لأنه مارك بده يفل قال على الساعة 11. نو واي أفاك بيكون حاطه مافيا. 1 سكند ليه عم بحكي هلا؟ كرمال شغلة واحدة بياخدها من الدكتور ولا لا؟ أنا برأيي عمول سيف لمارك هالليلة أنا بحس بدهم يقتلوه. ساعتها إذا عملنا له سيف كون بعصناهم. That's why عم بحكي هلا، ما تقولوا لي ليه حكي ما ليه حكي، اوكي؟ وبعدين برجع تاني ليلة بقول لكم مين النومينيز.
جيو.
شباب بدنا نروق شوي هيدا الجيم. زاري شو بيأكد لك انه هو راح يكون اول على السيكونس على مسؤوليتك على الحكي؟ ما فيك تقول هيك حكي، لانه اذا شاب طلع بكره راح يهجموا عليك كمان، بعدين راح تقول قايري بحزي ما بعرف شو. ما تكون 100% اكيد من حكيتك. ما فيك تعرف شيء بهالجيم. هيدا اللذة هيدا الجيم، انه ما فيك تعرف شيء. لو بده يفل على 11 ما دخل. بس هيك.
Thanks جيو. كيفورك. صحتين.
What Zareh said makes 1000% sense. Usually Haig says these kind of things. And besides that, pass.
Okay. Nomination time, guys. Harout, Sergei, Harry, you can nominate yourselves for free. Harout. Harout? Do you hear us?
Myself.
Okay, I think you're frozen.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see my.
Sergei.
Myself.
Harry.
Myself.
Mark.
Haig.
Haig.
Pass.
Sako. Pass. Zareh. Pass. Geo. I think Geo's frozen. Okay, we're waiting for Gio.
He wrote in the group, Kaharaba guys.
Geo looks like an aga.
Harout, can you please mute? Thanks. Okay, Gio's back in. Okay, Vork, can you do me a favor? Turn off your camera. Gio, turn on your cam, please. Okay, Kevork. Awesome, thank you. Okay, so Harout, Gio, just an update. Harout, Sergei, Harout nominated themselves. Mark nominated Haig. Haig, Sako, and Zareh said pass. And it's your turn now.
بس
Kevork? Pass. Okay. So Harout, Sergei, Harry, and then Haig. Harout.
Okay, I don't agree much with Zareh, man. I'm not saying he's a mafia. I don't agree because usually the mafias, man. Now, for me, Mark is a cop. The way why he's a cop, the way he talked about Haik and Harai that they were late. Now, Zareh, what I'm gonna say that usually the mafias, and I've been a mafia, and we've done this before. They don't put, if let's say Mark will leave, they don't put him first one on the sequence because they will say, he's a mafia if he didn't die at night. So at least they have something to put a hit on him. So that's why they put the second one. So based on that, I don't agree with you, Zareh. But also I agree with Gio saying that what you said now, Zareh, it could be also a mafia player can say that. It doesn't make you become a cop. It's just an analysis. But if let's say it can be both ways. So for me, it doesn't make me feel that you're a cop or a mafia. It doesn't change anything. Hike, usually you nominate someone, blah blah blah. You didn't nominate. It's interesting. And Mark, yeah, I think so. For me, till now, the most person that it's playing like a cop is Mark. That's it.
Sergei.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm just gonna say don't rule it in the back of your mind that he's a cop because he did two mistakes. It was Kevork who wasn't on his PC, it wasn't Haig. It was Kevork and Harai who were not on their PC. Second, there was no message from Avak in the group that I will be repeating everyone. And he said they didn't see the message from Avak. So those are two things that if he was concentrating, he would have noticed that didn't happen. The other thing, Zareh, what you're saying, انه خلينا نمشي معك. The doctor saves Mark in the first gun ونكون بعصناهم. إذا مات حدا تاني منطيرك تاني نهار يعني. لأنه أنت مأكد مليون بالمية إنه حاطين مارك أول واحد. إنه stop being so sure about everything قولوا انه في احتمال كبير، مش مأكد 1,000,000% او زليار بالمية انه هيك حيصير. ايوه خلوا الدكتور يلعب لعبه.
غص.
Okay, I nominated myself for a couple of reasons. First, Mark, I cannot be in the waiting room because the meeting ID is my ID. So if I'm in the waiting room, it will automatically admit me into the game. So I got a personal message from Avak telling me to join so that it fits the sequence. I cannot be in the waiting room. So although you didn't see me, I came and I manually joined the game. So I was there. But then I went away, you're right. The second thing, Zareh, we are playing Mafia with a lot of vengeful people. And I think the first person who's going to die is either Kevork Sarafian or me, based on the previous game. LS. But it's okay. It's okay. If that's how they want to exact revenge, ahla wa sahla. I'm a regular cup. I have no role if I'm the first in the sequence. Sergei, I understand what you are saying. Zareh, it's a high risk, high reward game because if the doctor saves Mark and the doctor ends up dying the first round, if he was unfortunately on the sequence, then we lose the doctor for the rest of the game. So my suggestion is let everyone do whatever they want. If the doctor wants to play, wants to gamble, then fine. I have nothing else to say.
Haig.
A lot of people like talking about the Mark comments. I mean, what Zareh, I'm not saying what Zareh said is correct or not, but what I'm saying, what Zareh said makes sense. And what Gio said, doubting him, also makes sense. Now, what happened after that is what Kevork said, what Harout said, what Sergei said. Kevork agreed with Zareh, saying Zareh is 100% cup because he's saying that. Harout attacked Zareh, saying, why are you being so confident that Mark is a police? But then he said, yes, I am genuinely confident about Mark being a police. So there was a bit of contradiction there for me from Harout's side. And then Sergei refuted it altogether. Like Sergei said, Zareh, no, why are you so confident? It could be like that. He corrected, saying Kevork and Harout were not. So it's kind of as if people are trying to win people's confidence, people's trusts. I don't know. I can see that trend
10
emerging.
seconds.
For me, now I'm gonna wait a bit more so I can pass on judgments. That's about it now. Thank you.
Okay, on the count of 3, who votes Harout? 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Sergei? 1, 2, 3. 0. Harry? 1, 2, 3. 0. Haig? 1, 2, 3. 0. Cameras off. Alrighty, Doc. Send me a name. And then Mafias, send me name. Don. Don. Sheriff. Okay, please intern. Sergei, Harry, Mark, Haig, Sako, Zareh, Gio, Kevork, Harout. All right, Sarafian.
حصص هاري لحقنا. I have bad vibes. I don't like how Harout looks. I don't like the way he analyzed it. Besides that, nothing much to say. I feel comfortable with Zareh, Serge. Zareh and Serge, I feel comfortable. But again, it's my own hunch feeling. Thank you guys. Good luck, Cubs.
Thanks. Serge.
Okay. So, Zareh, your whole theory down the drain. ناطرك تقول مين النومينيز وتقول شو بدك تعمل. You were very quick to assign Mark as a police من أول ثانية. إنه there are mafias who talk about people who were not there. I'm just saying ما تحطوها براسكم إنه Mark is a police. He did mistakes when he was talking, and I'm not basing on saying and accusing him of anything. I'm just saying, watch out, he might not be a cop. That's all I said in the first round, and I'm repeating it now because I have two people who are considering him as a cop already.
Okay. As I predicted, it was going to be either me or Sarafian because we are playing with vengeful people in this game. Now, no. I'm looking at some faces and I'm not too sure what's going on. Mark said at the beginning of the game something which is not what he usually does. Zareh said something which is something that he never usually does. I don't know. Were they just trying new things? Harout maybe, Gio maybe, I don't know. Who would put Kevork Sarafian first and not me? Because obviously putting Kevork Sarafian first has links to the previous game. Haig says that he usually enjoys beating his opponents by keeping them in the game, but he cannot keep both of us maybe in the game, so you have to get rid of one. I don't know. At this point, I only have speculations. I don't have any gut feeling or, let's say, tangible things to attack people on. Sergei شوي هيك, I'm not defending Zareh, but no, let the guy play his game. Don't back him into the corner. You don't know what could come out from the other side. You could be putting unnecessary heat on someone. That's based on the previous game again. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I'm a regular cop, no rules, plain Jane.
Mark.
All right, so I actually was suspecting Sarafian for some reason. I mean, because of the fact that I wasn't actually convinced about what Zareh said, but I didn't feel necessarily that this brings any heat on him, like suspicion on him. So I didn't think it was very convincing, that thing, about me. But what I felt was that Sarafian was kind of like, it kind of was also not like him, but he turned out to be a cop. So I guess my suspicion was misplaced in this sense. Who would put him first? I don't know, like vengeful people. Who would put Sarafian first? I don't know. I guess you're pointing to Haig in that sense, right? I don't know. Other than that, ما بعرف. Sergei, I checked, by the way, what you said about the message. You're right, he didn't send the message. I actually didn't check, but this is what they usually say. I was just in front of my computer. That's why I assumed it was sent. But I checked.
Time, Mark.
There was no message sent. Sorry, I was gonna say one last thing. خلاص, pass. I'll say it later.
Like,
Shit.
Okay, I mean, I like what Harout is saying. I like his way of thinking. So I'm going to put him aside for now. I'm going to believe he's the doctor, he's the police, sorry, assuming that if we're going to follow the trend that he put forward, probabilities are that he will be dying next day. If he does not die, then that might bring a bit of suspicion on him because, I mean, how could he be so sure that one of both of them will die and it ends up happening? Probabilities are, yes, there is a vengeance game, and then you're pointing fingers at me. Just to let you know, if it was me, I would have put you in the sequence first, not Kevork, because I found Kevork to be a mafia and I nominated him and I shot him. I was fooled by you. So if it was me, I would have put to you. But yes, probabilities are is that this could be something of a vengeance act. In that respect, there's a bunch of people who lost in the previous game, including Harout and Sako. I'm not bringing any heat on them, but I'm saying that I'm surprised why you are restricting this purely to me. Other than that, yeah, I mean, I'm having difficulties reading people this game, to be honest. That's all.
Sako. Zareh.
اوكي برجع بكرر انا I'm convinced انه مارك كاب. But I will tell you another thing. هلا بقلكم مين I'm convinced again. هراير طلع قال انه كيفورك بده يموت ثاني دق اول دق. سيرجي he predicted. ليه ما جبت سيرته لهراير؟ ايه حبوب؟ ليه ما جبت سيرته لهراير؟ بس انا اللي حكيت يعني يابا، وانا ما قلت شيء غلط. انا بالنسبه لي it brings something positive. it's ورقه لوتو، اذا ضربناها مزبوط كنا بعصنا المافيا. هلا وين وين سيتويشن بالنهايه يعني، اذا ربحنا ولا ما ربحنا. انا قلت كلمه ومشيت عليها، بس the guys who spoke on it انا صاروا under my radar. حكي هرايب قال انه بلكي كيفورك، ما جبت سيرته لكيفورك. ليه انا خيي؟ ايه واحد. انا I'm convinced انه هايك وساكو ما تغلط. هايك وروق شوي، وانا ماني شرف من هلا يعني. اوكي انا convinced هايك and ساكو and مارك كابس. هراير 50-50. هاروت بدي اشوف شو بدك تعمل. انا ما عم بقول انه عم باخدك وبدي اخدك حدي ولا انا قلت شغله وانا ما بحكي اول نهار. انا I saw a chance I took it. وهراير حكي شيء ما حدا نجيب سيرته لهراير الا هايك، بس انا هايك I'm confident of him. وهلا ترى تصديقا على كلامك، اذا ما فهمت سيرجي I have suspicious on you and you. اذا ما فهمت لبلعك اياها بالملعقه. That's it.
Gio.
زاري ما فهمت عليك، ما فهمت ليش you have suspicion on me، بس لأنه علقت عليك.
سوري جايز بدي طفي الكاميرا لأنه في شيخ في فانتر.
Cool.
Okay. What do? I continue?
Yes.
Last details were required.
Continue, Gio, please. Okay. Interesting how Zareh kept accusations وهلا فال. He doesn't even want to hear the answer. That's very interesting. What I want to ask Zareh, why does he have these suspicions on me just because علقت على اللي قاله؟ هلا to answer him مش أنا بس علقت عليه ولا بس سيرجي. هاروت كمان علق عليه. So why me and Sergei? Harout talked later on after Zareh about this situation, and I kind of feel comfortable with Harout. I also feel comfortable with Mark somehow. The rest I don't know. سيرجي كتير عم تعلق على قصة مارك.
Time, Gio.
No, you have to look elsewhere. You have to analyze more. ما تعلق على شغلة واحدة.
Time.
That's it for now.
Harout.
Okay, I didn't like much the fact that Gio, you were trying to find a lot of reasons to defend yourself, and when he said something, okay, let him shoot if he really thinks that you're a mafia. Second, Sergei, this is another time. So usually when somebody does a mistake, بتعلق عليه and you're like, yeah, he made a mistake, so he made a mistake. Now I understand your point that let's not take him as a cop. This I understand. And usually, Sergei, you also, from the beginning of the game, you put heat on me. Why you didn't put this time? It's kind of weird. Sabunjan, you didn't talk anything. You just said pass. So I'm gonna nominate you so that you speak, and then we'll see. What Harout said, I don't know. It doesn't, for me, it doesn't make me feel that he's a cop or a mafia. I mean, he said something interesting that the two-person can die. It can be also him or it can work. And if I'm gonna take what Haig said, that if Haig was the mafia, he wouldn't put what's the name, Kevork first. He would have put Harout first. It applies the same thing on me, Haig. So you think that I'm a cop? I don't know. But the interesting part is that all of us, we all said that Mark can be a cop. There was only one person he said that guys pay attention. It's Sergei. Usually, if let's say let's take the idea that Mark is a cop. Usually, the mafias jump on the bandwagon saying that yeah, he's a cop, he's a cop, he's a cop. I don't know. What else I can say? Zareh, what he said, Zareh.
Time, Harout.
Okay, I will nominate.
Mark.
Let's nominate each other, guys.
دقيقة مارك حكيت أنت؟
ايه I spoke بس بالغلط في
مارك وزارة طف. Okay. All right. So the sequence is Sergei. Nominate, please. Pass. Harry.
Sako.
Sako. Haig.
Myself.
This is your last nomination, yeah? Sako. Pass. Gio. Well, it's Zareh actually next.
Gio.
Harout.
Sergei.
Mark. Pass. Okay. So it's Sergei, Haig, Sako, Gio. Sergei.
Wait, I didn't nominate anyone.
Oh, sorry, Gio. Sorry, my guys. The cameras are completely messed up. If you want, can we just... do you mind turning off your cameras? Well, everyone after Haig... Actually, Haig turn off and everyone after Haig. So Haig, Sako, Gio, and Harout. And then Gio, turn off cam, please. Mark, Dawir, Haig, Sako, Zareh, Gio, Harout. Thanks. Okay. So we start with Sergei. Sorry, Gio, who do you nominate?
Sako.
Sako's nominated. Okay, Sergei.
اوكي زارير لا رد عليك وهاي اخر مره حرد عليك مالي جليتك لان ها اول شيء انت قلت اول راوند انه مأكد 1,000,000% انه مارك لانه بده يفل على 11 طلع راير قال انه في احتمال يا هو يا كيفورك لانه من دق الماضي الريفانش تبعوله انت اللي طلعت قلت مأكد منا 1,000,000% ومنكون بحصناهم للمافيا if we save مارك. كرمالك بالديفنس تبعولي قلت لك انه شو اذا مات حدا تاني بنطيرك تاني نهار. وبعدين منك الشرف، كيف عم تتأكد من عالم وتقول أنا مأكد إنه هيدا وهيدا 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 كاب؟ ليه ما اقتنع من ساكو؟ ما قال ولا كلمة من أول الدق لهلا. كيف مأكد منه؟
تايم.
جاي أعمل له نوميني، شخصين عملوا له نوميني أصلا ما لها فايدة. كرمالك قلت باس هلا.
Right. No, sorry, Haig is nominated. Haig.
Guys, I nominated myself because I had a lot of things to say. I didn't want a round to go by without me saying this because I think it will quite contribute to the game. I'm nothing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a sheriff. I'm just a regular cop. But I noticed a couple of things. So Gio, I think you didn't pay attention. Zareh said, I'm shutting down my video to go pee, but I'm going to be listening. Whereas you, when you text, you said, oh, he's not even bothered staying and hearing me out. Whereas he was hearing me out. He was hearing you out. Now, Zareh attacked Sergei and Gio. Gio went back to Zareh, tried to defend himself, but then last couple of words he said, he talked about Sergei as if he wanted to separate himself from Sergei a bit, put a bit of distance between him and Sergei. That's how I felt. And then Harout's comment on Sergei about jumping on bandwagon, typically a mafia would jump on a bandwagon. Given that Sergei did not, he opposed, makes me feel that Gio could be more of a mafia than Sergei is. And then about Mark, I mean, it's already 11 and Mark is still in the game. Haven't you guys asked that question? Maybe, yes, he is a police because he had to leave at 11 and he wouldn't be assigned the role of a mafia. But maybe the fact that he's still alive and is not dead means that he is a mafia. I'm not doubting you, Zareh, but I'm just saying that there are the different probabilities. And Harout, lastly, I did not attack you when I said about the sequence. I was just addressing Harar. I said, Harar, why did you only attack me? There's also two people, Sako and Harout, who would be included in that bunch if you're gonna take that consideration in mind. So that's all. Thank you.
Sako.
I was trying to set the record. How much pass can I say before somebody nominating me? That's one. two. سيرج ليه عم تنظر خي؟ خلص قال كلمة خي، إذا شو بك وين معصب زعلان اتركه. ما عم بيقوس حاله هو الشريف، شو بدك بعدك بدك؟ الله. Hey, Harout said that he's gonna nominate me, and then Harout, that silly person, Harout nominated me. Now, and Harout was lost. Who am I going to nominate? The funny thing is, Gio also nominated me. شو بك Gio, man? ليه عم تتمنيك Harout؟ ما عم بفهم. هيدي أنت مانك عملتها. This is a mafia-esque move.
I'm Sako.
Anyway, this is all I have to do. I think, okay, for last thing, I think that Sergei and Zareh are cops. Yalla.
Gio.
ساكو روق خي روق ولك تموت عم تخشر شو بك خي. I nominated you because you said so many passes and you said it yourself. And I know you were nominated, but I nominated again just to make a point because you said so many passes. Pass. So I wanted to hear your beautiful voice. Zareh, it's about time تطلع مني بقى. ما بعرف يا مغروم فيي يا عم تشوفني بحلمك. بس كيف انت بتقول عن حاروت كل ما يوعى بشوفك، انت ما بتوعى، انت بتشوفني بحلمك. بدك it's about time تشوف غيري بقى لانه زهقتني. وهايج I'm not trying to do anything with Sergei, not separating myself. ما بعرف شو. Why did you make that comment؟ ما فهمتها انا. I didn't get your comment at all. هيك trying to throw heat on me مع انه ما قربت صوبك. I don't know what Sergei is. That's it.
Okay, guys, on the count of 3, Sergei, 1, 2, 3, 0. Haig, 1, 2, 3, 0. Sako, 1, 2, 3, 0. Gio, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Gio.
Wait, I'm the last on the sequence?
Yes.
كيف؟
Turn off your cam, please. Okay, Doctor, and then Framer, send me your names. Mafias. Mafia, send me the name of the person you'd like to assassinate. Don. Sheriff. Okay, intern Harry. Mark. Haig. Sako. Zareh. Mecca and Zareh, can you turn off your cam? And Sako, can you turn off your cam? Sako. Zareh. Harout. Sergei. And we have a casualty, Mr. Sabunjian.
Interesting. Interesting. So Gio wasn't even paying attention that he was the last and he died. That's a shame. So only one person died in the morning. Zareh, why did you shoot him, man? Anyway, so the sequence of killing is who died? Yeah, Sarafian and then me. Well, now there is a reason to suspect Haig and Harout, yeah? So Sarafian didn't die last time and I shot Haig, so if there are vengeful people. Anyway, no, I don't have doubts. I don't have doubts. I certainly don't. Let's see. Good luck. I'm just a regular.
Okay, Harry.
Thank you, Sako, because I think we will need a lot of luck to win this game. Just a couple of points. Haig, the only thing I need to correct is that I didn't bring heat on you. I said Gio and Harout first, and then I said Haig has said that he would rather have someone at the end of the game and beat them like that rather than be vengeful. So if anything, I removed the heat from you. So I don't know why you thought I'm talking about you. I said Gio and Harout Gio because he was the first in the previous sequence. Zareh, I don't know what you did, man. I hope you can clarify now. I think we're 6 people. There have been 2 nights. I don't know, man. We have a doctor and a sheriff. The doctor hasn't been able to save anyone. I'm hoping the sheriff has something valuable, tangible. I'm completely lost in this game. I don't know. Mark is still in the game. It's 11-10 in Lebanon. I was suspecting it would be Kevork, Mark, and then me. Mark the second round so that it's not clear. And then the question that I would ask is, was Gio second on the sequence, and then Gio being voted out, did Sako automatically get the second position? I don't know. But for sure, if Sako is the second, it automatically brings a lot of suspicion on certain people. I will listen now.
Mark.
It was me that said that Haig, that on that argument, who would put Sarafian first? It was me that said that. I think this is what he was answering to, just to make it clear, but maybe he can confirm this. Because I thought if anyone would put Sarafian first after that game, it would be Haig. But Kamen, I don't really believe in these things. Zareh, interesting move. I'd like to hear you speak about this. You knew he was the last one, so you knew you were gonna kill him basically. So you must have been sure. I hope you have a good reason for doing this. I mean, guys, yeah, I don't know, the thing about me being still in the game, I don't want to talk about this because I'm a regular cop. I'm still alive. ما بعرف what happened there. And also, I did say I was going to try to postpone my meeting, which I did. You'd be happy to know. But yeah, this is the last time I'm going to discuss this subject.
Thank you, Mark. Haig.
Type. I mean, okay, there's a lot to say. I'm answering to Gio. Gio, you said that I'm bringing heat, and I know you're dead now. It doesn't make sense. I wasn't bringing heat. I was just trying to analyze the game. That's why I said it felt like you were distancing yourself from Sergei a bit. Harout, I didn't say that you brought heat on me. I was just answering to the last part of your comment where you said maybe Haig is a mafia, and then it will be hard for him to deal with both Harout and Kevork together. So he threw one of them in the beginning of the sequence. That's what you said, if I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. So my answer was about that. So if I was to throw someone, I said I would throw Harout. Now, I don't want to dwell on that because it doesn't bring any value to the game. Zareh, based on your action, you said that you're not the sheriff, but you killed Gio in a very convicted way. I had my doubts on Gio as well, but I was cautious about killing someone. So I'm really hoping that Gio was a mafia, because if he wasn't, probabilities are there are 2 mafias still in the game. And if the wrong person dies today, the game most probably is over. I think, Harout, your theory about you and Kevork being first in the sequence is not valid anymore, because irrelevant if Gio was second and died and then the next came Sako, you're not in the second or the third if what you're saying is true. So, I mean, it does bring a bit of suspicion on you, to be honest. Zareh, you have a lot of explaining to do. And then finally, Mark, you said that you don't want to talk about it, but facts are that you are still in the game, my friend. Thank you.
Zareh.
I shot Gio to kill him. من الآخر. اوكي؟ ماني مستحي منها وماني خايفين منها. هيك وهيك عم ننتك مع الكابس. أنا عم بلعب very aggressive. Why I shot Gio? First of all, I put heat on him. هو بيعصب لما يكون مافيا وتحط هيت اون هيم. ها واحد. اثنين، طريقة الحكي تبعوله راح يمين شمال طلوع نزول، واخر شيء قال على مرقة الطريق شيل عن سيرجي وسكت. انا بالنسبة لي كنت رح اضربه اذا كنت اخير ولا مش اخير. اول واحد كنت رح اضربه. هلا bad luck for him كان اخر شيء وطار. This is one. If could have role هالقد حطيت هيت عليه كان طلع أربعة. قال انا الشريف انا الدكتور مثل ما صار هذيك المرة. أنا بالنسبة لي عملت الصح. Coming for the second thing ولاحظتها وشغلة تانية هاي please ما تخلي هيديك الراوند يأثر عليك. If you have suspicion on me حطها اعمل الاناليسيس تبعك please. اوكي اذا عندك سسبين لانه حاسس حالك ضميرك مش مرتاح من هيداك الداء ما عم تعمل اناليسيس، اذا عندك شيء قوله لإلي، ماني خيفان من حدا. في شغله سيرجي قالها انه انا I had huge doubt on Sako. I will put nominate I should put بدي حطه nomination كانت بس هن حطوه، بس سيرجي كان اول واحد بالنومينيشن وما حط ساكو. So second thing ان شاء الله بلكي بطلع حمار بهاللعبه وبتنيكوا حريمه او بطلع صح. انا هلا لسيرجي رايح، وبفتكر لهلا صار الشرف سأل عني او سأل عن حدا يعني، وبفتكر الشرف لازم يطلع بقى لانه اذا عامل غلط صار 3 طايرين منا مور وليس يعطي هنتات. انا ماني الشرف ولا الدكتور، وانا هيك بلعب دائما، انا بعمل كواليشنز وبقول 100% مين
Thank you,
هيدا ومين.
Zareh. Harout.
Guys, I like how Zareh is playing. He can, but I'm not saying he's a cop, but he can be a mafia or a cop. I don't know. But I like when he makes a lot of actions. So for me, there's two theories. Or, okay, I'm gonna start talking about Gio. Gio, I had my doubts on him because he started to defend a little bit too much, like he does when he's a mafia. But then there was a moment where the way he said, I felt like he can be a sheriff. Okay? So this is one thing about Gio. The second thing is if Mark is a mafia, Sergei is the second mafia for me. Because Sergei is the only person said that, guys, don't take Mark like this as a cop, don't take like this as a cop. Usually your partner that says like this so that at the end he can say that, walao, I put the heat on him the first, I was the only one who put the heat on him. So those two, maybe they're mafias, or if Gio is mafia, the second one I don't know who is. Now, with who I'm comfortable, man, Harout is he only analyzed the game, even he's a mafia or a cop. You cannot, I really don't know how to read you, Harout. Zareh is playing with a Dashakhle cop. But I don't know why, when the moderator said, Mafia, give me a name, he turned on his camera. Why is that for? Haig Yapujan, I don't know, man, you nominated yourself. Why you nominated yourself? And I don't, you and Harry, you're kind of in the beginning, you were so defending each other. I didn't like that. Now you said that I have suspicions on you a little bit, right? As if you were scared to put his name.
10 seconds.
Man, it's so fucked up. So I'm gonna put it like this. Let's all nominate each other. Don't say pass, man. Sergei, why you said pass? And Gio, why you nominated like this to what's the name, Sako? I nominated Sergei because Sako was nominated, and I won.
Sergei. Thanks, Harout. Thank you.
اوكي زاريه صار لك جمعتين بتقول عني مافيا، يا بطلع دكتور يا بطلع بوليس يا بطلع شرف، وبتطلع انت محترق سلافك بالاخر. Now I'm a regular cop وانت لازم تطير بهاللعبه. First night خربت لعبه الدكتور، قلت له سيف مارك لانه جارانتيد هو حيطير. ثاني راوند طيرت واحد، واذا لاحظتوا second round what he did, he gave all cuts and he put 2 mafias only, me and Gio. وهي said اذا ما عم تفهمها بدي بلعكم اياها بالمعلقه انه it's you and Gio. Usually when he plays, he identifies 3 or 4 cuts and he leaves suspects. He doesn't narrow it to the 2 mafias. Zareh, you're a mafia. I'm 90% sure of it.
Thanks, Sergey. Nomination time. Harout.
Mark.
Mark.
Haig.
Haig.
Sergey.
Okay. And then we have Zareh.
Harout.
Okay. Harout.
Harout.
Zareh.
And Sergey. Alright, guys. Everyone's nominated. Harout, تفضل.
Okay. I think if the sheriff was hoping to catch a mafia, if someone else was going to come up, it didn't work. We're 6 people. If the sheriff does not come out now and say what he has found out, there's a very high chance, if we assume that Gio was a cop, there's a very high chance that we kill the wrong person now and the cops lose someone at night and the game would be over. Harout, the only reason I'm not being able to provide any information is because I am lost. I didn't have my headphones on. I was on a call when Mark said at 11 he has to leave, and I found out, and I'm now trying to make sense of all of this. So I'm not sure if he was saying the truth that he said that he's going to try to postpone it or not. Anjad, this game I'm blind. I don't have anything to go by, and like I said, there's nothing that I can base on. I don't know. Zareh is playing very aggressive, very attack-minded, so that maybe no one tries to kick him out. ما بعرف. I really don't know who to vote for, and that's why I'm asking for the sheriff to come out and give us some guidance, tell us who not to approach, unless the people he has asked about are already dead. Then we're fucked.
Mark.
With that,
Yeah, I agree about the sheriff having to come out now, because I was actually suspecting Gio as well, but now ما بعرف, if the sheriff doesn't come out, we're in grave danger. I mean, because it could be that Gio was the mafia. Sorry, that he was the sheriff, and then it leaves that there's 2 mafias now. So the other thing is that maybe we should not. I don't know. We should be careful about this, but maybe nobody should die this day now, and maybe give it another day to figure everything out. Having said that, there is something. I mean, again, I don't know, because I make a lot of mistakes, and in my opinion, Sergei did make a mistake that Zareh pointed to, which is that he said like whoever he wanted to nominate had been already nominated, but he was actually the first person to nominate. So I don't know why he said that. I remember thinking about that was weird, but then I didn't have time to talk about it before. But come in doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just something that came to my attention, and I would like to hear him talk about it. Anyway, pass.
Hi.
Yeah, guys, I mean, sheriff should definitely come out. I'm having fears that Gio was the sheriff, but I don't think. In my opinion, Gio was not the sheriff, was not a mafia either, because the guy didn't even know that he's the last in the sequence. Probably he would have voted to equalize or something like that. But he just left the game and went out. Zareh, in that respect, in my mind, you and Sergei are clearly on opposite teams. So I hope the sheriff would come up now and had asked at least about one of you, so we have a bit of clarity around you guys, because I mean, there's a lot of unclarity. Harout, yes, I understand what you're saying, that I'm approaching Harout a bit. I'm approaching everyone a bit because I don't want to put unnecessary pressure on the wrong person, because I don't know who the mafia is. That being said, also, Harout, I mean, the fact that you're not attacking Zareh at all, you're being very lovey-dovey with Zareh today. I mean, I have suspicions of everyone. I talked about Harout, I talked about Mark, I talked about Zareh. I mean, really, it's a very confusing game for me right now. Zareh voted very confidently. Harout, typically you would. I don't know. I really don't know. Just Sheriff, reveal yourself.
Zareh.
Okay. Being a cop, what Mark said, it makes sense. Let nobody dies. مع انه عندي suspicions كثير قوية على سيرجي. Okay? Nobody dies. شو بنخسر؟ نبقى 6 بيموت واحد بالليل، نرجع بنطلع على اساس اللي بيموت بالليل بنشوف. ها 1. 2 قصة جيو بيكون شرف، ما افتكر شرف. أنا ضربته I had suspicions. سيرجي بعدنا عندي suspicions عليه. أنا مارك وهايك I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them 100%. ما عندي مشكلة معه. وهايك كمان هرايت كمان more or less. هلا هاروت في شغلة كمان لاحظتها، إنه خيي كل ما أحط هيت على حدا عم بيلحقني هاروت وبس ما ضربه. That's why أنا قصة جيو هيدي القصة الداوت اللي عندي إياها بلكي ندمان عليه. بده ينيك حريم هلا جيو إذا طلع بوليس من هلا بعتذر منه. بس قصة هالشغلة كمان أنا لاحظتها. أنا معي داوت 100% على سيرجي بس مش أضربه. وأنا باعتقادي مش لازم نضرب حدا. 6 بنبقى 6 بيموت حدا بالليل خيي نرجع بنطلع ساعتها لما يطلع يحكي الشرف أو دكتور مان عنا 4 إذا 2 ما في 4 2 منا أنا مني ولا دكتور ولا شرف. اوكي في واحد دكتور واحد شريف منه ساكو كان طلع حكي ما تضربوا حدا واللي بيضرب انا راح اضربه ثاني ليله من هلا عم لكم. انا بالنسبه لنا مش لازم نضرب if it's a
Thank
cup
you,
move
Zareh.
بنضرب.
Harout.
Guys, I was just looking at the sequence if who died on the chat, like to see if maybe the sequence was one after each other, because one time Zareh put it like that. I was with Zareh. Okay, guys, I'm gonna put it this way. I'm the doctor. I'm the doctor. The second night, I saved Mark Khalife. I'm not gonna say who I saved the first day of the first night, whatever. Yeah. I don't agree at all, Mark Zareh, man, saying this logic that nobody kills this round. It's stupid because the Mafia will kill the last person. And I'm happy that I might be the last person. No, Sergei is the last person. I'm before last because I'm the doctor now. How can you say that not to kill no one? We should kill someone. You cannot say if nobody kills and somebody does like you, Zareh, khalas, the game is over. If there's 2 Mafias. My doubts are, I don't know, man. Zareh wouldn't. I know Zareh, every time he's a Mafia, he says that keep it low, keep it low. That's why, and I'm not following you, man. I said so that Gio is a Mafia. He's defending too much about himself. But then now I said also that there was this too high. There was this moment that I felt that he's a sheriff. Okay. My doubts are Mark Khalife and Sergei. And I'm not going to say who I'm going to shoot, but I'm going to shoot. Because I don't accept that nobody shoots because the last person will die. And the game.
Sergei. Harout, فكر فيها منطق. There's no sheriff that came out. Gio is the sheriff. يعني automatic. ما في شرف، ما بقى في شرف. Gio was the sheriff مبدئيا. مين قتله وكان اخر واحد على السيكونس؟ زاريه. وتاني شيء الشخصين اللي حكيوا انه ما نقتل حدا هن مارك وزاريه. انا كشفتهم هلا بينوا منهم لحالهم انه هن المافيا. It's 6 people. 6 people. 2 mafias. بيقتلوني اخر شيء when nobody votes for anyone. بيرفعوا ايدهم بالليل بيقتلوا حدا خلص ده. كشفوا حالهم منهم لحالهم كشفوها. عم بقول له لزاريه انه حرقت سلف اللعبه من اول راوند وقت قلت انه 100% مارك اول السيكونس دكتور سيفهم منكون بعصنا المافيا. ثاني وحده حطوا لجيو باخر السيكونس وطرقوا بصوت واحد. انه think about it logically. ما حدا طلع قال الشرف means that Gio is the sheriff. وشخصين طلعوا قالوا انه ما نقوس حدا كانه انه
Time.
مارك اند زاري بالنسبه لإلي.
Okay, guys, I need clean voting. So, on the count of 3, who lynches Harry? 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Mark. 1, 2. What?
No. I voted for myself.
Oh, you voted? Oh, sorry, I did not see. My bad. 1. Mark. 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Haig, 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Zareh, 1, 2, 3. 1 vote. Harout, 1, 2, 3. 0 votes. Sergei, 1, 2, 3. 2 votes. Okay. Turn off the cameras, please. Doctor and Framer. Mafias. Don. Sheriff. Intern, please. Mark. Haig. Zareh. Harout. Harry. Harry, you're dead and the Mafias win.
مبينة مان
مارك
مبينة
and Zareh, ايه؟
أنا مبينة
شو المانياك هاي؟
اكيد مارك and Zareh. هاروت.
مين المافيا خيي؟
مارك and Zareh.
زاري
لا،
عند هايجي خيي مبينة
لك
لك
احكي
لا،
يا اباك.
Mark and Haig are the Mafias.